Hi everyone, it's Julia here with Enamel-it.com, and I'm going to show you the latest addition to the Enamel-its, and it is called our QuickSands. We have three colors, light, medium, and a dark, and we developed this type of sand to help us achieve different looks in our projects, whether we're casting resin or we're making a beach scene on a piece of jewelry, whatever it might be. We needed a product that would allow us to do rippling techniques and things like that, and yet not be displaced by, you know, pouring resin, pouring water, you know, all those kinds of factors. And so hence we have QuickSands. So let's get started. Basically what we do is we have our Teflon sheet, or you can use a silicone mat, and then like I said, it comes, this is what the QuickSands look like, and we have a darker version so that, like, where you know you might have the illusion that water is coming in, has washed up on the beach, we know that when sand gets wet it has a darker look to it versus the what is dry, and so that's the reason we have the darker. And so we'll get started. Basically I just sift it out like that, and it's a nice dust. Then this is the medium tone. And I'm doing quite a bit on here because I'm going to make a sheet to show you how to cut these pieces of Enamel-it with the QuickSands so that you can put them into your resin projects. They make these little biscuits. Now, they are fragile, but still durable. So that way they don't displace for your projects. So anyway, okay, so now we've sifted it on here. And then all I've done is I just take this is photo paper, and I just cut a ripply pattern in it. You can play around with different ones that you like or whatever, and all we do is we simply just lay it down and then just start moving it across the face of the sand. And then if you say, oh, you know what, I don't like that, just shake it just like that, a little tidbit, and do it again. The pattern that you get really comes down to how you do your scallop. I don't really care for that one, so I'm going to try this one here. You can stagger it. I kind of like that. That one's actually pretty good. And then we have our hot plate. You can use a toaster oven or hot plate set at 350 to 400 degrees. You want to kind of play around with the temperature of those tools because we don't know how hot each one's going to, really the range is going to be. So around 350. I like the hot plate because I like to see what I'm doing. Toaster oven will work fine. It's just you can't really see. You have to kind of get a flashlight or whatever and put in there. I also from time to time will take just a pot lid that is the size of the hot plate, and that kind of helps encapsulate it with heat and even heat, but you really don't need it. It's just one of those things. Okay, so we just easily lift it up, and I'm going to come up here to the thing so you can see, and then we pop it on, and we'll give it a minute or whatever, and while that's doing its thing, you can kind of see that it starts to melt, and that's locking and fusing those patterns into place. Our motto is it's simply dust, heat, and done, and you're gonna have a project. You may get a little bit of smoke from time to time, but there's no VOCs with this product. Okay, so it's done. That's how quick. Now, before it cools down, I can decide to, let's say I'm doing a round cabochon. or you know, paperweight or whatever, and I look and I go, oh, I really like that pattern there. I'll take it, lift it back up, put it back on my heat. The heat just warms it. After about 10 minutes, you've really kind of locked in the enamel-its and the sands, so they're not gonna like totally melt, but you don't want to exceed that 10 minutes if you can help it. So okay, so now we just pull it off. I press the cookie cutter in and just let it sit there. It takes a little bit to cool. We also keep like a little tub of cool water when we're doing pendants and stuff, because the metal can stay warm for quite some time, and so we just use that to give it a good chilling. Okay, so this is enamel-its. Now the QuickSands, look at that. See, if I needed to form it to a shape, I could form it and let it finish cooling. So if you're going up an embankment or in a slope or whatever, it's manageable temperature. But as it starts to cool, then that's when you're able to just chip it out like so. And then just let me grab one real quick. A little nail file here. If there was any little edges that I didn't like, we'll just give a good little sanding. And look at that. Isn't it cute? Perfect. And so, yeah, whatever shapes or designs you want. Here's one that I made up. I'm gonna mount it on a plaque and then put the water and do a resin wave coming off. But I made it look like the sea turtle actually was moving in the sand. So anyway, that's it. That's enamel-its. And you save these pieces because you can use them in lots of other projects. You know, you can do like lacing designs. But yeah, you save all your little bits because you never know what you're going to use them for. And so anyway, that's it. If you have any questions, you can follow us on our Facebook, in our Facebook group, or go to Enamel-it.com and give us a shout. Talk to you later. Bye.